Welcome to all. This video lecture is for the benefit of students of third semester BCom of Mangalore University in the subject Financial Accounting 3. This video lecture is the initiative of the Government of Karnataka, Department of Collegiate and Technical Education, Bangalore. Myself, Lokesh Nath B, Assistant Professor, Government Postgraduate College, Kapo, taking up the session number 48. In the unit, Death of a Partner. In this particular session, we will be solving some problems on the Joint Life Policy Reserve method. We will take up some of the problem. First problem. This problem has appeared in the Mangalore University examination in the year 2019 and also in the year 2013. Before solving the problem, I will be reading this problem. Problem is like this. X, Y and Z were partners sharing profits and losses in the ratio of 2:2:1. They took out a joint life policy on 10/1/2010 for rupees 2,50,000. The annual premium being rupees 6,250. Y died on 15/2/2013. The surrender values of the policies were 2010 nil, 2011 1,750, 2012 rupees 3,000. Prepare joint life policy account and joint life policy reserve account. Now we'll understand the given problem. First, we'll see what are the relevant information is given, that is X, Y and Z. So, there are three partners and their profit sharing ratio is given 2:1. That means 2/5, 2/5 and 1/5. They took out a joint life policy on 10/1/2010 and the sum assured is 2,50,000. Premium every year it is paid on 10 at the beginning of the year, that is 6,250, and Y died on 2013, in the year 2013, that means 2010, 2011, 2012, 2013. So there are 4 years. So these are the 4 years, and in the year 2010 it is nil, in the year 2011 it is 1,750, and in the year 2012 it is 3,000. So the policy was taken on 10/1/2010. Now we will solve the problem. We have to prepare two accounts, that is one joint life policy account and another is a joint life policy reserve account. First we will prepare the joint life policy account. So joint life policy account, first we have to pay the premium. So premium date is 10/1/2010. So it is paid on 10/1. So that is 6,250, which is given in the problem. So 6,250. Then end of the year. Here end of the year is not specified in the problem. So they have not specified what is the end of the year. With the looking at the information given here, we'll assume that the end of the year is 31st December each year, because year 2010 is given, 2011 is given, 2012 is given. If it is a financial year, maybe the 31st March is the end year, then they would have given 2010-11, 2011-12, 2012-13. But since the full year is given, we'll assume that it is the calendar year. So since we have assumed that it is the calendar year, so 31/12/2010 we have taken as the last end of the year. So whatever the annual premium, that is to be transferred to joint life policy reserve account, that is 6,250. So write on both the sides 6,250. In the first year, there will not be any balance. So in the first year, there is no question of carrying the balance in the first year. So this is first year. So we have done first year. Now I'll go to the second year. So in the second year, since I already said there is no opening balance, so this is the second year. The second year, on the same date, the premium is to be paid. So first in the problem it is said for 10/1/2010. So in the second year, the premium will be paid on 10/1/2011, that is 6,250. So at the end of the year, 31/12/2011, so record as by joint life policy reserve account. So 6,250 minus the surrender value. So what is the surrender value? At the end of 2011 is 1,750. So you minus the 1,750 from the annual premium amount. So 6,250 minus 1,750. So that is 4,500. Now the balance will be taken as surrender value. So surrender value is 1,750. So total on both the sides 6,250 on both the sides. We have a balance of 1,750 that will be carried to the beginning of the third year. So at the beginning of the third year, we will record this balance carried down as the opening balance 1,750. At the end of the third year, that is 31/12/2012, we carry the annual premium of 6,250. Annual premium every year will be paid on 10/1/2000 every year. So 6,250. So annual premium is 6,250 minus the surrender value. Surrender value is 3,000. So you deduct the surrender value. So surrender value is 3,000. So 6,250 minus 3,000. But here there is a opening balance of 1,750. So that is to be here added. So 1,750 plus 6,250. minus 3000 is 5000. So the remaining balance is the surrender value. So surrender value is the remaining balance, that is 3000. So it is 8000. So the remaining balance is 3000. So this will be carried at the beginning of the fourth year. So fourth and the last year. So we have said already it is fourth and the last year. The opening balance is the surrender value of the third year, that is 3000. Then annual premium will be paid on 10/1/2013 as usual as every year. When he has died on 15/2/2013. On that date, you will be receiving from the insurance company the amount. So cash comes into the business, so it is 2,50,000. With this, we will stop temporarily preparation of the joint life policy account. Now we go to the preparation of the joint life policy reserve account. Then we are going to come back to record the remaining entries in the joint life policy account. So first, for the meantime, we will prepare the joint life policy reserve account. So in the joint life policy reserve account, first we have to record the reverse entry of that. So in the first year we have recorded an entry in the joint life policy by joint life policy reserve account. So this is on the credit side. Now we have to record in the joint life policy policy reserve account on the debit side. So at the debit side you record as at the end of the year to joint life policy account. So this is first year 6,250. Now this will be charged to profit and loss account annual premium. Annual premium of every year will be charged to profit and loss account. So that time you record as by profit and loss account debited to joint life policy reserve account. So in the first year we will not be having any balance carried down because both the sides we get the same amount. So in the second year, if you see the joint life policy, in the second year we have 4,500. So this 4,500 you record here. So 4,500 is recorded 31/12/2011 4,500. So that is recorded here, that is 6,250 minus 1,750 is the surrender value. At the end of the year you carry the premium. Premium is 6,250 every year. Now you will get a balance. The balance is nothing but the surrender value given in the problem. So that is 1,750. So we have total on both the sides 6,250. Next in the third year, so that is first and second year. Now we will go to the third year. So in the third year, so we will record first 31/12/2012 to joint life policy of 5,000 rupees. If you see here in the third year, we have a by joint life policy reserve account of 5,000. That reverse entry will be recorded on the debit side, that is 5,000. Then at the beginning of the year you also have to record the opening balance of 1,750. At the end of the year we record the annual premium of 6,250. So the remaining balance will be the surrender value which is given in the problem. So that is 3,000. Total on both the side is 8,000. This 3,000 is brought here. So on the beginning 1/1/2013 by balance brought down is 3,000. Now this account will be closed by transferring this balance to a separate account which is called the joint life policy account, which are already we have prepared partially. Now this balance falls due on 15 to 2013. This is the fourth year and we received from the insurance company amount from the insurance company, date is not given. So we'll assume that since the amount from the insurance company, date is not given, we'll assume that the date of the death itself is the date of amount received from the insurance company. So on that date it will be closed and this balance will be carried to the joint life policy account. So in the joint life policy we will record on the credit side, there we got on the debit side. So by joint life policy reserve account is 3000. Now total these two balances, that is 2,50,000 and 3000 is 2,53,000. From 2,53,000 you minus 6,250 and 3000. So if you deduct from 2,53,000, you will get remaining amount, that is 3000 is deducted. So the remaining amount is 2,50,000. Then there is one more balance, so that is 6,250. 6,250. So 6,250 means year 50. So year 7 and year 3 and year 4 and year 2. So 2,43,750 will be the remaining balance. So 2,07,50 is to be distributed in the old ratio among all the partners, partners in the old ratio. So old ratio is 2/5, 2/5 and 1/5. So 2/5, 2/5 and 2/5 and 1/5. So we get an amount of 97,500 for X, 48,750 for Y, and Z, that is for Z for 2,43,000 into 1/5. So that will give us an amount of, if you divide, that is 48,750 for this person. This person, it is 97,500. So this is wrongly entered as 48,750. So now it is proper. So it will be distributed in the old ratio among all the partners in their old profit sharing ratio. So this is the end of the first problem. Now we'll take up the second problem. This problem has appeared in the Mangalore University examination in the year 2018. I will be reading the problem. Amar, Akbar and Anthony, carrying on business as partners, sharing in the ratio of 5:3:2. They took a joint life policy for rupees 60,000, paying annual premium of rupees 3,000 on 1/1/2008. The surrender values of the policies were 2008 nil, 2009 rupees 600, 2010 rupees 1800, 2011 rupees 3600, 2012 rupees 6000. On 29/2012, Amar died and the policy amount is immediately realized. Prepare joint life policy account and joint life policy reserve account. Assuming that the books are closed on 31st December every year. Now we will see the second problem, that is there are three partners, Amar, Akbar and Anthony. So Amar, Akbar and Anthony are the three partners and their profit sharing ratio is 5:3:2. They took a joint life policy for rupees 60,000 and paid an annual premium of 1,000 on 1/1/2008. Then the surrender value of the policy is given in the year 2008 nil, 2009 600, 2010 1800, 2011 3600, 2012 it is 6,000. So he died on 29/2012 and the policy amount is realized immediately, it is given. What is the end date is not mentioned even in this particular problem, since it is given at the end in the number 2008. Otherwise they would have given 2008 9, 2009 10, 2010 11. But here they have given as 2008. So we'll assume that end date is 31st December. And the payment is made, annual premium is paid at the beginning of the year, so there is no confusion at all in this particular problem with regard to the date. And how many years we are required to carry is that it was started in the year 2008, then it was continued till 2012. So that means it is 5 years. So there is 5 years. So it is 5 years. You have to calculate for the 5 years. So joint life policy account. So joint life policy account. So record on the debit side 1/1/2008 to bank account. So that is the annual premium. Annual premium is 3,000, which is given in the problem. Annual premium is 3,000. Now this is to be transferred to joint life policy reserve account. So that is by joint life policy reserve account is 3,000. In the end of the first year there is no balances, and at the beginning of the second year you pay the annual premium. This is for first year, this is for second year, annual premium is the same. So at the end of the year, by joint life policy reserve account, that is 3000 is the annual premium minus the surrender value. Surrender value for 2009, it is given as 600. So from the annual premium amount, you deduct the 600. So we get 2400. So the remaining is the surrender value. So surrender value at the end of the year is, at the end of second year is 600. Now we will continue for the third year. Third year we will be having a opening balance. So first record the opening balance. In the third year, the opening balance is 600. So record in the third year 600. Then on the debit side, one more entry with regard to the annual premium. Annual premium is 3000. Then at the end of the year, you transfer the annual premium to a separate account which is called joint life policy reserve account, but we are required to deduct the surrender value. It is to be reduced by surrender value. So it is 2010, it is 1800. So deduct 1800 from the 3000 amount. So deduct. Then beginning of the year we had 600. So add 600. 600 plus 3000 minus 1800. We get 1800. So the remaining balance is also 1800. So the total on both the side is 3600. Now this balance will be carried to the beginning of the fourth year. So in the beginning of the fourth year, you record as to balance brought down 1800, and the annual premium will be paid to bank account. It is 3000. Then at the end of the year, from this annual premium paid, you deduct the surrender value. Surrender value given 2011, it is 3600. So you have to reduce the surrender value. Whereas at the beginning of the year you had a balance of 1800, you add 1800 plus 3000, that is 4800, minus 3600, you get 1200 as the surrender, the transfer is made to the joint life policy reserve account, and 3600 as the surrender value. That will be the balance at the end of the fourth year. Now we'll go to the fifth year. In the beginning of the fifth year, we have to record the opening balance. Opening balance is 1600, and the annual premium is paid is 3000. Whereas he died in the year 29/2012 is the date of the death. On date of death, we are going to receive the policy amount. So policy amount is 29/2012, that is 60,000 policy amount. With this will stop temporarily the joint life policy account. Now we'll go to the joint life policy reserve account, then again come back to this particular account. Now we'll prepare the joint life policy reserve account. So in the joint life policy reserve account, first entry is the transfer entry. Here in the joint life policy account, on the credit side you have recorded by joint life policy reserve account 3000 in the first year. So in the first year we have to make a reverse entry. So this is first year, so it will be on the debit side at the end of the year 31/12/2008, it is 3000. And at the end of the year, the premium which is will be charged to profit and loss account. So you have to record on the credit side. So on the end of the first year, there will be no balances will be carried. Then coming to the second year, again you see two joint life policy account. Here In the second year, we have already transferred 2400. That reverse entry, now we are passing 2400. Then the premium charged will be the same, that is 3000, and the balance is the surrender value at the end of first year, that is 600. So 600 will be the balance that will be carried to the next year. So we'll go to the third year. So in the third year, first transaction is the balance carried down, that is brought down 600. Then the another entry is for recording the balance, that is transfer entry in the fourth year. By joint life policy, reserve account is 1200. Now on the reverse side, you record 1000. Now it is third year. So third year we had a balance of 1800, rather 1800. So you record 1800 as the balance and transfer the annual premium, and that is charged to profit and loss account as by profit and loss account. So the remaining value will be the surrender value. Remaining value is the surrender value, that is 1800. Now this balance is to be carried to the fourth year. So at the beginning of the fourth year, record as by balance brought down 1800 at the beginning of the year. Then in the fourth year, while preparing the joint life policy account, we have recorded as by joint life policy reserve account 1200. That will be now transferred to the reverse side, so that will be 1200. So 1200 will be recorded on the debit side. Then the annual premium, that is 31/12/2011, annual premium is 3000. Annual premium is 3000. So total is 4800. Now the remaining balance is the surrender value. Surrender value is 3600. So, and in the fifth year, first carry the opening balance. Opening balance is 3600. There is no other entry in the fifth year. So in the fifth year, we are not going to pass any other entries. So in the fifth year, we have to close this account by transferring the balance to a separate account, which is called as joint life policy account. So account will be closed. Here question may arise whether why the premium is not transferred. Here we are all transferring the premium, but here we have not transferred the premium because the account itself is closed as soon as the partner dies. So there is no question of charging it to the profit and loss account at the end of the year. So that is why it is not recorded. So now we'll go to the completion of the joint life policy account. So we have done partially. So on 29/2012, joint life policy is 3600. So this is the reverse entry. Now the total 60 plus 3600 is 63,000. From that you have to minus 6600. So that is 3600 plus 3000. So that will be 6600. So the remaining balance will be 13 minus 6. 13 minus 6 is 7. Then 157. So 57 will be the amount which have to be transferred to all the partners in their profit sharing ratio. Which profit sharing ratio? The old profit sharing ratio. Old profit sharing ratio is given in the problem as 5:3:2. So 5 by 10, 3 by 10 and 2 by 10. When you divide, you will get 28,500, 17,100, 11,400. So total on both the sides is 63,600. So the remaining balance, the joint life policy account is closed by transferring the remaining balance to old partners in their old profit sharing ratio. With this, we have come to end of the second problem. With solving of the two Bangalore University examination problems, we have come to the end of the session numbered 48. I hope the students have understood the solutions to the problem, and I hope that it will help the students in university examination. I thank all of you for watching this particular video session number 48. Thank you one and all.